everyone, and welcome back to Liz Sews. Today I have another spotlight video, and this is October's Kit of the Month called Retro Mod. So this one I am really excited about. Hopefully you guys are too. So the lace here is this really interesting lace, and it has sort of a tan colorway, some brown, some orange. It's almost like a little bit of seafoam green in these triangles, and then this sort of more geometric embroidered edge to this lace. So one decorative side and then one sort of like a salvage side to this lace. It's really interesting in that most of the laces like this are made from bra tulle, but this one is actually a stretch mesh. So like a micro mesh that's been printed. You can see it has a ton of stretch in both directions here. So this would make a great pair of underwear, and I will show you an example later on in the video of making underwear with this lace. But yeah, so I thought this lace was really interesting, and it definitely screams sort of like October, fall, pumpkins, scarecrows. It definitely has that feel to me. So she has it available. I think there's a bra kit, a bralette, and a panty kit that you can buy. So there's two different colorway options for this kit, and so I thought we'd take a look at both of them. This first one over here, I am not entirely sure the name of it. I'm going to say it's cream, but if I find out something different, I'll be sure to pop that down in the description box below. So we have three different types of materials to look at here. We have sheer cup lining. The next up we have the power net, and I think this is the medium weight, and then the micro duoplex here. So you can see how it takes up colors just slightly differently. If I had to describe this, I would say it's just like an off-white. It has just a little hint of those sort of like tan brown tones in it. So it's not like a pure pristine white, just a little bit off, a little bit softer. I think it looks really good with the lace. In terms of findings, I just have a few examples. So this is flat elastic, which would be useful for doing underwear. I have some hook and eyes and some underwire channeling here, and then this is what the larger hook and eyes looks like. So you can see it's just a little bit slightly softer of a white colorway. Still really pretty. So this is the first one that you can choose. And then the second colorway option you can choose is Persimmon. So Persimmon is of course one of her seasonal colors. I think it's a really pretty orange. So first up on this piece of fabric here is the micro duoplex. You can see it has this nice lustrous sheen to it. It's always really pretty, though I do find micro duoplex a little bit harder to work with when sewing. And then we have sheer cup lining in the center, and of course the power net in the medium weight over here. So I have lots of different examples for this Persimmon colorway, so you can see what the elastics look like. I have some strap elastic here. This is just the 1/2 inch satin plush back strap elastic, which is my favorite time to use. We have some underwire channeling, some picot elastic. You can see here what the rings and sliders are going to look like, dyed up in the Persimmon colorway. So yeah, hook and eye, things like that. So this Persimmon colorway, the only thing that I have to compare it to is the old Poppy colorway. So these are elastics that I purchased 3 or 4 years ago maybe from Monica when Monica was running the company as Bravo Bella Bras. So I'm not sure that this is what Poppy had been looking like recently, but you can see the colors here. It's not showing up terribly different on camera, but in person I would say that Poppy has a little bit redder undertone to it, where this is more like one of those pumpkins that you see at the grocery store and you pick up. Like, it has a really nice pumpkin-y tone, whereas Poppy has a little bit more hits of red in it. Personally, I don't love red, so I actually like the Persimmon orange better than the Poppy orange, but that's probably just a personal preference. Yeah, I don't know that you can really tell much of a difference on camera, but there you get to see at least some of the colors that are involved with the Persimmon and what I'm going to call cream for right now until I know any better. So now that we have a look at all of those fabrics and materials through the magic of television, I'm going to switch you guys over. I'm going to make up a bunch of different samples using this kit so you can get some ideas of how you might want to go ahead and use it. So the first example I have here is the Diamond Bustier pattern from Pinup Girls, and I believe that this pattern is available from Bra Builder's website as well if you want to pick it up while you're ordering the kit. So this pattern comes with two versions, a strapped version, and of course what I've done here is a strapless version. I just thought it would be really nice. I used sheer cup lining along my side and center bridge here. So of course you could really easily put micro duoplex in here if you don't like the way that sheer cup lining feels. So if you chose the kit configuration that had micro duoplex, I would say, you know, use it here and here and here as well to line your cup pieces if that's what you wanted to do. So this is my version. So of course I've used the lace in the center panel. The center panel I made myself in that I just took the piece and added a seam in here where there wasn't one. I think it's supposed to just be one continuous piece all the way around, and I've added a seam line in there just so I got a little bit of differentiation when I was making the bra. So I really like how that turned out. And then here's what it looks like from the inside. I've just used the cotton twill tape that comes in the kit to sort of like form my boning channels, and then I've put these just have cable ties in them. So it gives you just a little bit of support, keeps everything straight and not from bunching up while you're wearing it, but it isn't particularly uncomfortable or anything like that, right? Because it moves pretty easily with your body. So here's what it looks from the inside. I really love this Persimmon colorway. I think it's really pretty, and it's definitely seasonally appropriate. And I think that this bra turned out pretty cool. So here's a Diamond Bustier. And the next thing I've made with the kit, this one is I think this is the Bambi pattern from Ululu. So it is a bralette. One thing that's interesting about this pattern, and the reason I wanted to try to sew it up, is that it uses a staple fabric. So I've used the micro duoplex along this bottom cup here and into the band, because that's the way that the pattern is designed for it to be stable fabrics all the way around. And then I just have the stretch sort of lace up at top. I've left it unlined just because the top of the cup, for me at least, does not take on very much support. I don't have much tissue up here, so I don't really need a whole lot of support on the upper cup. So I have finished my edges with fold over elastic. I don't think that the fold over elastic comes in the kit, so you would need to buy it separately and just of course pick the same color that you are choosing in your kit itself. And from the inside of the bra, I kind of went back and forth. I lined some sections and I left some sections unlined. So the center front's unlined and the back band is unlined, but mostly I was just trying to like figure out how this bra worked out, and I wanted to try it out, and it fit really well. And I kind of like this. It's just sort of like a nice, easy breezy, something you can throw on, super comfortable, non-committal bralette. So that again was the Bambi bralette from Ululu. And then the last example that I have to show with this is for the panty kit itself. So as I had mentioned in the beginning of this video, this is a stretch mesh, right? It has a ton of stretch to it. So I've just used it in a single layer as my panty. For the gusset portion here, I've used an old t-shirt as my gusset lining. I find, you know, old cotton t-shirts, they're really, really comfortable. They might not look very pretty, but they worked perfect in this application here. So this is sort of based off of the Bella panty from Eva Le Louvre. I've just drafted it myself using my own panty block. But if you're looking for something that's like a similar aesthetic to this, I would say Bella panty from Eva Le Louvre. I really like having the lace form the leg edges here, because I find that it doesn't really cut in on me at all, and it's great for not having visible panty lines, and it's sort of like pinking your edges in that it makes that hard line a little bit more not as visible underneath clothing. And then for this one, I have just used fold over elastic around the waistline edge here. So if you purchase the panty kits from Bra Builder, I think she gives you an option. You can choose whatever you want to be your finish on your waist as well as your finish on your legs. So you could choose to have fold over elastic on the waist and the legs, or, you know, a lace trim or flat elastic, really much anything you want. But this just gives you an idea of sort of how to utilize lace in an underwear setting. So that is the back of the panty. And I kind of love the idea that I can wear this set of panties with, you know, this bra and it sort of matches, or this bra as well, right? A little bit of versatility. So I hope you guys have enjoyed taking a look at the retro mod kit, and I gave you some ideas of how to utilize this lace and materials to get your next perfect bra. I'll see you next time. Take care.